What's wrong, Don?
No.
It's been 2.5 years.
Oh, come on.
Hello, hello.
Front Porch Show.
Good to go.
Front Porch Show.
Hello, hello. We're good to go on with the
Front Porch Show.
It's Dynamo.
Front Porch Show.
Magnifico.
Front Porch Show.
Dynamo Magnifico on with the Front Porch Show. We'll have a laugh or two. Big smiles for me and you. Hello, hello.
Front Porch Show.
We're good to go.
Front Porch Show.
Hello, hello. We're good to go on with the Front Porch Show.
Here's Don Van Galen. Live from Cadzow Park in beautiful St. Mary's, it's the Front Porch Show. We are back after COVID and all that stuff to entertain on homecoming weekend with lots of guests and special surprises. There's so much I'm not even going to tell you about it, but here we are, the Front Porch Show with our host, John Stevens. Hello again, everybody. What a crowd. I love it. How do you like my COVID body, Don? I really think you've done some magnificent work.
Yes. By the way, if you want to know, I'm putting out a book, How You Can Have a COVID Body Like Mine. Okay, so, Don, we haven't got much time because we've got a full show.
Yes.
But you've got a job to do right away, right?
Right.
Okay, so, there we go. Let's do it. Where's the ballots? Where's Rob Edney? Rob Edney, where are you?
Rob Edney.
Hey,
Amazing Rob
Where's
Edney.
Rob Edney?
Oh, there he is.
Robbie!
Rob,
All right,
we've got a prize to give away, I understand.
we have a heck of a prize. Can I just show it first?
Why don't you model it for everybody?
Okay.
Yeah, this is donated by Ideal Supply. It's a Yeti chair. I'm not going to tell you how much it's worth because, quite frankly, it's way above the budget of the Front Porch Show.
Way above.
Way above. Anyway, so everyone who came here on time has a ticket, and you are going to make the draw for the lucky winner.
Drum roll, please.
A big drum roll.
I'm going to call out my beautiful daughter to do the prize.
Or never.
Allie. Exactly. We all have daughters, right?
Yep.
I think she's walking in the opposite direction.
John, you better come.
Allie. Come here. I need you to draw the prize.
Quick, quick.
Quick, quick, quick.
This is live.
This is live TV.
You can tell because we're all right next to this.
Okay, close your eyes, put your hand in, pick a ticket out, and hand it to Don.
I hope it's mine.
The first two numbers are 00.
Woohoo!
29. 2. 2. 2. 5. Somebody should be jumping up and down. Who is it?
All right!
Oh, come on down. Come on down. You get the special chair. Right here. Right there. Right there. Rob. Leave it there.
Right here?
He gets
Oh,
the
he's got
place of honor.
Place of honor.
He gets the ace ticket seat.
Beautiful.
There we go. All right, for all of you guys who just ripped up your ticket, there is the secondary prize, probably even more valuable than the first. And when you pick it up, you'll realize why. It's pretty darn heavy.
Okay.
Anyway, so we need the drum, and we need to pull the ticket again. Is she gone? There she is. Oh, I'll pull it. Okay, John. Well, you've got to pull it out of the jar.
Okay, here we go.
Pull the same ticket for me.
How do you turn this thing up? Oh, thank you.
But open the jar to get the ticket. Once again, we're covering for John. 0, 0. 2, 9. 2, 1. 8. 9. Anybody? Up here?
Come on down. Quick.
Ashley.
Oh, want them carrying an ice cream.
I'll bring it up
in
to
one
you.
hand
Bring it up to me. Yeah.
And the penguin in the other. Even though that kind of goes together, the ice cream and the penguin. But I'm afraid of just what might happen in the process.
All right. Okay, Don, we have somebody else to introduce here. Following on the homecoming theme, shout out the name of the mascot for DCVI. It's the Salukis, and we have a genuine, who won't look at the camera, a genuine Saluki here. Her name is Zahara.
Zahara the Saluki.
Zahara the Saluki. Look at the camera, Zahara.
There we go. Beautiful dog. All right, we want to get you up to date on all the other wonderful stuff that's going on in St. Mary's. To celebrate the summer, PC Connect Transit Service will be offering free rides during the week of July 4th from the 4th to the 9th. Anyone can ride PC Connect anytime to anywhere along the 5 routes for free. Visit perthcounty.ca for more information and details. You can also, of course, take a dip in North America's largest freshwater swimming pool, the St. Mary's Quarry, and Super Splash Pad, new this year, both now open. Register online for your swim at supersplashstmarys.ca. Passes for the quarry are $7 or $4.50 for youth, but the passes for the water park are $25 for 2 hours and $20 for an evening swim. Life jackets are provided at the water park. If you haven't seen all the activity down there, you just haven't. I mean, the traffic has slowed tremendously as they go by the quarry to see all those wonderful new amenities at the quarry. So make sure you try that out this summer. You can also register for swimming lessons at the Aquatic Center up at the PRC for July and August. Once again, at the townofstmarys.com/aquatic center. McCully's Preserve of the Month features strawberries with 10% off of all strawberry preserves, and you can register for McCully's Summer Camp. Information and registration can be found at mccullys.ca. And last but not least, next Friday and Saturday, the Army Navy Air Force number 265 is holding their Bavarian Gardens. Live music on Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday night, featuring fabulous and famous fabulous local bands. Are you there, Frank?
No.
Oh my goodness! I guess
I don't go anywhere.
Wow. Food is provided both days by Brianna Lee Feeney's Ringette team. Come out and support your local ANAF and the girls for a great weekend of live music and food. And we thank the St. Mary's Independent for keeping us up to date on our current events.
Well, we're going to get into our first guest. He's actually going to be almost my next door neighbor in a while. But anyways, this guy was the first baby born in the St. Mary's Memorial Hospital. They've had 5 generations in town, and he's the former newspaper publisher. Who better to talk about the homecoming than Lord Eady? Foot under the rug. Good to see you, Lord.
Good to see you, the Eggman.
Okay, first, we have with our special dog, Zahara, who's, again, being very much Zahara.
Having a drink?
It's a Saluki breed that represents the DCVI teams. How did that odd name come to be?
That name, John, came to be in 1969, and I think we have some suspects here from the class of 69. Where did Wayne go? He's disappeared now, but I know there's a few. Hi, Wayne, of class 69. It was done as a joke. They had to have a name for the high school team, and I remember Mark Graham and Greg Thompson having a great deal to do with this and a lot of chuckles. They looked up a dog in the dictionary and they found this Russian dog, and they said, let's call it our team name, and it just went from there. And John, I have to segue onto that. As everybody in town knows about the Happy Valley Medical Center, it was the same thing. When they filled out the application, somebody said, what do we call it? They didn't know. Somebody said, let's call it the Happy Valley Medical Center, and the application name sticks. So they didn't know that. So that's why you're the Happy Valley. So
it's sort of like the Front Porch Show, because we were originally on a front porch, and this isn't my front porch anymore. Well, so tell us about the homecoming origin.
okay, homecoming goes back to 1911, and that was called the Old Boys Reunion. And they did it in 1911, and they did it again in 1927. The Old Boys Reunion, and they put out a little button with the town hall, and it became quite a souvenir.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so what about what happened after 1911? How did the 1978 homecoming come about?
Okay, back in 1976, somebody in a family estate cull found a box of these buttons. There was hundreds of them, and they spread out through the community. And with that wave out came back the idea, like Mickey Rooney movie, we've got a show, a stage, and the people, let's do it. And they came up with Homecoming 78.
So what sticks out the most in the 1978 homecoming?
What sticks out to me, and if anybody remembers 1978, well, this is actually 1990, but was the Torch Parade on Sunday night. We were on the third story of a downtown building. There was thousands of people downtown, and around the corner at the appropriate time from the town hall came another mass of people. My guess there was 5,000 to 7,000 people in the downtown of St. Mary's. It was unbelievable. I think anybody who was there will remember that. It was just electric.
So that was the first homecoming. What about the second one?
The second one, well, the first one, again, started the tradition of barbecues and get-togethers throughout the whole town. And the second one was a little more organized. There was a lot more money put into it, very similar to the one this weekend. And we did a huge dance on the Friday night. The parade started there. The parade went to the flats and never came back. And they went to barbecues, they went to the NAF, they went to the Creamery, they went to the Legion, but they never came back to the PRC. And Rotary lost $8,000 on that night. And I had about 2 to 3 years of ribbing after that about the loss. So there you go.
Any highlights from other homecoming?
Well, in 78, I have to say, it was very, how should we say it, there was no issues, but I'd have to say it started off on the Thursday with a drunk. It just rolled through the weekend. The opening ceremonies, they got drinking and carrying on, and there was a lot of fun happened, but everybody was, how should we say it, there was no...
Happy.
Everybody was happy.
Everybody was really
And
happy.
I think that's continued on through the years, through the different homecomings.
Right. And what about this homecoming? What did you experience so far in this one?
Well, this homecoming, I think we experienced a beautiful weekend. And with a beautiful weekend, everybody's happy, volunteers are happy, customers are happy. But I have to give a shout out to the committee, John Flanagan and the committee. They did an incredible job. And wasn't it an incredible weekend?
The weather was great.
The weather was great. It's all about the weather.
Yes. Okay, well, before you leave, we've got one other item to talk about. You've been in a nice position where we have to give you congratulations. You have been nominated for the Stephen Leacock Medal of Humor. Tell us about your book.
Yeah, what a surprise. Anyways, I have this book I finished. And if everybody's familiar with the Grand Central Hotel downtown, Coldwell Banker, Stonetown Travel, it's a book about the 4 generations that owned the hotel. The first 2 generations were innkeepers. The 3rd generation was a barber, because Henry Ford came along and introduced everybody to cars, and all those hotels by the side of the road died. Anyways, the 4th generation I bought the building from, but through the years, first they had a rock garden, and the barber, to promote his rock garden, gave a free haircut to a good rock. I have 135 rocks at my house. And everybody remembers Valerie Marshall. This is Valerie Marshall. So anyways, I was told that wasn't the story. So I thought, I've got to write a book. So and everything in the book is true, except for the stories themselves, and it's complete BS. So, but it's all fun. It is a good read.
I can talk. I've read the book, and my comment to Lauren after reading the book, I said, this reminds me of Stephen Leacock's Sunshine Sketches of a Small Town. And yet a month later, what happens?
Yeah, thank you.
You're nominated. You're nominated for a Leacock Award. Very good. Well, thanks for dropping in, Lauren. And as always, you're a great addition to the town.
And I'll leave 2 bucks here.
I'll leave 2 books here. Okay, so Frankie, over to you.
Way to go, Lauren.
Okay, welcome back. I have 2 handsome gentlemen here with me, Wayne Murray and John Flanagan. Okay, which one's Wayne? There we go, a legend in his own mind. And we have John over there. Very good. These are the 2 guys that have guided this homecoming ship through quite the perfect storm, I could say. So welcome. What was the genesis of this homecoming?
Well, it kind of started with me, and it was don't mind my voice. It's been a rough weekend.
Have you been celebrating? Have you been celebrating like Lauren said?
Yeah, celebrate like it's 1969. You older people. Anyways, in 2017, in kind of a selfish move on my part, our high school reunion group of 1969. We have a reunion every 5 years. We have it every time there's a homecoming, and every 5 years in between. So in 2017, I went to the town hall and talked to Mayor Al and Brent Kipmer, and I said, "Hey, have you guys got any plans for homecoming 2020?" And they said, "Yeah, we do now. You're here. You're in charge." So that's how it started. So then I started asking friends of mine, and we got the committee going, and that's how it started. So it's almost been 5 years.
How did he suck you in, John?
He just asked, and I was willingly volunteering because I thought I was going to retire soon, and then COVID hit, and I thought, what the heck am I doing here?
Explain the name of the logo.
Yeah, the name wasn't too hard because of 2020. I think everybody heard the term hindsight is 2020. We did have quite a few ideas on the logo, but we really weren't experts in our committee, so we reached out to Peter Rice, and I think people know Peter in town. So Peter and Alicia's daughter, Peter and Ned's daughter is Alicia, so she's a graphic designer. So we approached her, and so she came up with some ideas that we were looking at glasses and different things, and then we sort of locked in on the rear view mirror of a car, and we thought we need that image, but we needed something iconic from St. Mary's to go with it. So, we had the town hall, we started looking at the quarry, the bridges, major infrastructure in town, and for some reason the water tower stood out, and as a committee we said, okay, that's it, and we locked in on it. So in the end it turned out pretty good, and I think when we looked at past logos from the other homecomings, this is becoming quite a challenge for the next homecoming committee. It's going to be important to get a logo that stands up with the ones we've had in the past. So we're very proud of it. I know Alicia's very proud of it, and we've had a lot of feedback from people in town thinking it's great. We've had a lot of people take pictures with it. Anybody that was at the dance last night, St. Mary's Board put on a great display where you could take pictures with the logo, and it turned out fantastic. So anybody got there, they got a great memory for free. Classic pictures were taken. It was very good. So we're very happy with it, and thanks to Alicia. She put an article in the special edition, so she'll be remembered for decades and decades to come. So good for her.
Well, in 2020, or just before 2020, everything was chugging along pretty nicely, and then COVID hit.
I'm pretty sure COVID hit.
Tell us about that.
Well, it was tough. We had everything set up ahead of time because you have to plan way ahead of time for these things. We had the music all set up. We had all our venues set up ahead of time. And then, like John said, COVID hit. And we thought, well, half of us, glass is half full or it's half empty, right? We all thought it was going to be over by that spring. Well, it wasn't. Then we thought, oh, yeah, it'll be over next year. And then it wasn't again. Then in the fall of last year, we got together again. All the committee members came back. Same people. We got the same bands we were going to play. All our venues were exactly the same. So it was tough, but here we are here, and I did not want to be a trivia question down the road about who's the only person in the history of St. Mary's to cancel homecoming. Not once, but twice. So we had to go on with it, so we didn't cancel it twice.
So what was the biggest challenge?
Just not knowing.
Not knowing.
Even when we sent out invitations and we got the ticket started, we said it could be protocol at the arena or wherever, whatever events were. And we didn't know at that time what protocols would be. And then for people coming home, I'm pretty sure that people from far away, some of them weren't sure they wanted to come home, or, you know, it's still, right? We're not over it yet, so don't mind my voice. I apologize.
Just
So-
a comment on that, John.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that we would like to have had engaged in the homecoming, but they still had to get their basic programs online and get them going, and they really couldn't participate. So we didn't probably get the full bang of what we wanted, and it's the same with the participation. We probably didn't get the full bang because of COVID, but we got what we did over the weekend, and it turned out very well. And we just know that the next time, you know, there's lots of people that didn't get involved that do want to in 2030, that's for sure.
What's the support of the town been like?
It's been fantastic. I mean, it is the town worth living in. When we went out to do our fundraising, we had a campaign where we approached them to sponsor certain events, and believe me, they were trying to get on board as quickly as possible to get locked in on the main event, so that worked really well. You saw the advertising there from the businesses. Obviously, the town council was very supportive. Mayor Al has been a great contributor to the committee because he's on it. We also had great participation from the town works, the police, the fire department, EMS, because they all got to be involved in this infrastructure to make sure that the public is safe and things like that. And then with regards to the businesses themselves and the arts and culture groups and things like that, they've all stepped up and done a great job. And there's a lot of citizens, just average people, that put their hand up, and they did little things. They'll never get mentioned, but they know who they are. And we had people last night that just came out to run the table, and they worked both shifts, and that's what they did. They did, and they even paid for their ticket. And we were going to pay them back. No, that's a donation. So there's lots of people in town that did little things that you'll never hear about, but you'll hear about the main ones. But we want to thank a lot of people in behind the scenes that did a lot to contribute to this weekend. That's for sure.
Well, of all the things that have happened this weekend, what stands out in your mind of some of the things that have been really good for the weekend?
Well, the parade was fantastic. I understand there was 47 entries. I'm pretty sure that's it, except for marching bands that Lauren wanted more of, but we couldn't do it for Lauren. But there were some bands that hadn't played together for 2 years, right? They didn't practice, so it didn't come out. But parade, the fireworks was fantastic. I understand the food trucks, they did a great job downtown. Last Friday night, moving up to the arena, we still had our do up there. And then last night, Darcy John concert was amazing. It was packed, the music was great. Everybody went away with either a sore throat or a sore ear, but they all had a good time.
Now, I was just going to say, the one thing Wayne's forgot to mention, I know that, but the DCBI reunion was just spectacular. I mean, the fire department tour was overwhelming, and I think the things that involved the young and old all together, they were the big events. So, like Wayne mentioned some of them, but for sure, the ones that involved the whole community were the ones that went over very well. That's for sure.
Now, as you sit on the stage of the Front Porch Show, can you dig deep and think of maybe another event that really, really was superb?
Well, I did like the Step 'em Up barkeep, only because I got to help sample the beer that the Broken Rail went on. But I got to say, the one thing that's really improved in this whole homecoming is this closing ceremony. I was involved in the closing ceremony in 2010, and you know, it's just a very low-key affair. But this is really, the game has really stepped up here. So a challenge going forward to people that are going to run it in 2030. This is obviously the biggest and best crowd we've ever had for a closing ceremony. And it's a nice way to wrap it up. You're asking these questions, getting people to understand what all this was about. It's really appreciative, that's for sure.
Also, so what you're trying to tell me that the Front Porch Show is something that stands out in your mind.
Yes, and on that, John, I did bring you a shirt from the Homecoming Committee, and you might want to take it out of the bag because there's something extra in there that you didn't ask for, but I know you'll appreciate.
Extra, 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 extra large.
The biggest one we could find.
It did cost us a fair bit of money, but
So there we go. It's a special homecoming heritage thing done by Broken Rail. How many people have been to Broken Rail in town? So there we go. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so one last question here. When will the next homecoming be?
2030.
2030.
2030.
So it's not 10 years from now, it's
8 years from now. So anybody out there, you have 8 years to plan for it. So
Okay.
get started now.
Okay, we're going on to our next thing, which is Jackie Cousins. Where are you, Jackie? Okay. Thank you.
And you're in charge.
Okay, where it is? Okay. Oh! There we go. We're talking to a man who 2 years ago broke his femur. So there we go. Jackie, good to see you.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, we're happy you are. Clap and tell how the people how happy we are to see Jackie.
Thank you. But I have a confession. I didn't read the questions that you sent me.
People aren't supposed to know that I send questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is all secret. So there we go.
There's my first blunder. I'm sorry.
Okay. So anyways,
I'm not perfect.
no, nor am I. That's part of the thing of the show,
Okay.
that I'm not
I'll
perfect.
follow what you
Okay,
want me to
okay,
do.
what we got here?
The time capsule, but it's a box. Everybody gets confused. They think it's been buried, but it's not buried. It's actually going to be in possession of the museum. So there is a clasp here. It is unlocked.
There we go.
Okay. It's,
Oh, have you ever heard about Pandora's box?
it is handcrafted by a local craftsman, and that secret will be revealed at the next homecoming.
Okay. How do you decide what goes in a box?
Well, originally, when I was asked to do it, not knowing that there was going to be a pandemic, it was discussed and wanted to be open at the next homecoming. So we talked about getting predictions from the local school children. There were memories and photos collected of some seniors, example at Kingsway. And but when the pandemic started, it took on the box took on a whole new meaning. So currently it holds books focusing on the news events and how they affected the St. Mary's community and the homecoming.
And you got a few examples of some of the things you put in, right? Let's have a look at them.
Well, these are actually things that are going to be added to the box. It's already quite full of books and pictures and diaries written by some people that were in during the lockdown. But so I am going to add another book. It's called St. Mary's Homecoming, of course.
And you put this together, right?
Yes, I did. It has been approved by a couple people on the committee. It wasn't just I did it all alone.
There's some beautiful things. This is really, really good.
This is the proclamation made by the town. Do you want me to read the beginning? In recognition of our community's ability to gather after more than 2 years of social distance, and in recognition of the importance of friendship, both renewing old and discovering new. So this is, I think, important to be added to the time capsule.
Okay. Anything else you got there?
Just some little things, some newspapers, things like that, talking about our St. Mary's event.
Well, we got something special for you. This is a Front Porch Show commemorative book of the second season, and we hope we're going to be around 10 years from now. At least, I hope I am, at least.
8 years. 8 years.
8 years, you're right. Anyways, we give this to you
Okay,
as something to put in the
Okay, I'll do
thing. Okay.
And we have Lauren Eady's book that's going to go in.
Yeah, where is Lauren? Where's our floor director? She's supposed to be getting people out here.
Hi, Lauren.
Okay, Lauren, and you have here your two books. What are they called?
gay cheese, and rocks with the story.
Beautiful, thank you. So there's 2 more items. Okay, there we go. So, onward.
John, I just want to mention that for those of you who are here live, after the show, the museum is still open. They still have their homecoming displays going until 4 o'clock.
Hold it.
Excuse me, sir.
Hi.
Oh,
I haven't been here for a long time. Can you tell
Kid, hold it. Who are you?
me? I haven't been here for a while. I'm Ray.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm trying to find a place where I can get a pizza.
I think you've come to the right town.
Where do you get a pizza around
Yeah,
here?
where do you get a pizza in St. Mary's? Can anybody tell me?
I
Holy smokes.
tried to Google.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
you didn't Google. So well, look, what's happening here?
I found a guitar.
Hey,
that's an expensive guitar.
Okay, that's okay.
he looks like a musician.
Oh, that's because of the sunglasses. I learned it from you.
Is he gonna play something?
What are you doing?
Hello.
Hey, I'll buy you a pizza, no problem.
Can I play another one?
No.
Okay. I need some help on this one. Can you help me with this one?
Sure.
I'm gonna teach you the verse or the chorus, and then I'm gonna do a verse, and then you repeat after me on the verse. Oh, see, finally got him to run. Anyway, so the chorus goes like this. Woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. I said, oh, woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. All right, have you got that? All right, let's just hear you do it once to make sure, shall we? So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. I said, oh, woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. All right, not bad. So I'm going to sing a line, and then you're going to repeat it after me. And I'm going to keep saying the same line unless I hear it. In Trinidad, there was a family with much confusion, as you will see. There was a mama and a papa, and a boy who was grown, who wanted to marry, have a wife of his own. Well, he found a young girl who treated him nice, and he went to his papa to ask his advice. Well, his papa said, son, I have to say no. That girl is your sister, and your mother don't know. Well, woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. I said, oh, woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. Well, the weeks went by, and the summer came round, and soon the best cook in the island he found. Well, he went to his papa to name the day, and his papa shook his head, and to him he did say, you can't marry that girl. I have to say no. That girl is your sister, and your mama don't know. Well, woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. I said, woe is me, shame and scandal in my family. Well, he went to his mama, and he covered his head, and he told his mama what his papa had said. Well, his mama, she laughed. She said, go, man, go. Your daddy ain't your daddy, but your daddy don't know. Oh, is me, shame and scandal in my family. I said, whoa, is me, shame and scandal in my, shame and scandal in my, shame and scandal in my. Yeah. We haven't got any pizza, but we got ice cream.
Oh, thank you.
There we
All right.
go. John, you gotta help it out here. That one, dude.
Give it up for Ray one more time, folks. Come on, man. Ray Miller.
Make sure you get your ice cream.
Good, huh?
Oh.
Everybody's eating. Okay. Ice cream interlude.
Well, I need somebody to take this from me because
Ice cream, you spring, everybody loves ice cream.
ice cream's great. Okay. With Russia invading Ukraine, Canada's been accepting refugees, and here's the story of one of the families as told by Vijay Knudsen and Alina Shishkivska. Let's try it again. Shishkivska. Good, perfect, eh? Shishkivska. Okay, Shishkivska. Close? So. Anyways, Vijay, how did you get involved in this?
Well, like everyone else, Rick and I watched the images on the war, and then we went to bed and thought, oh my gosh, this could be our kids. This could be our family. How can we make a difference? And we're both mobility challenged, so we knew that we couldn't stand in sort boxes. But when we found out that the Ukrainians were coming not as refugees, but as displaced Ukrainians, I researched it, and we found out what that meant is they are coming here on a fast track, but they have to find their own way, they have to find their own housing, and they have to find their own jobs. So Rick and I looked at each other and both at the same time said, we can do the hosting. So we signed up a few places, didn't hear anything, and then we decided to get more proactive, and we found a group out of London who were doing person-to-person, helping Ukrainians find families over here. So that's how I got involved.
Okay, and when was the first time you knew that you were going to have the Shishkivska family?
Well, first we signed up for another family, and then we waited, and while we were waiting, I volunteered to help Ukrainians in Poland find families here. And I work with a fellow he actually sits in the Warsaw station, and he signs people up for free flights, and then he sends their names to me if they don't have hosts, and that's how we work. And he called me one day and he said, VJ, there's a family in Toronto and they're in a bad situation. Can you get them out of there? So when I found out what the situation was, Rick and I talked it over, and he said, let me get in the car. So he went and got them. So I think we knew maybe the day before, if that, yeah.
Alina, tell us about leaving the Ukraine.
We wake up at 4 o'clock, February 21st, and we go to my grandparents, and after we go to Poland for 4 days.
And then, how did you get to Canada?
On the plane.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. For both of you, what has been the most difficult thing so far?
Oh, that's really easy for me to answer. Yeah. Damian, where are you? The most difficult thing has been Damian. Close the door.
He's the winner of the chair.
Yeah.
And Alina, what's been most difficult for you?
When I leave my family, friends, my dog, and my Ukraine.
Right, so you miss home a bit, right? And your friends and family. Mm-hmm. That must be difficult. What has been the greatest joy? We're dealing with the negative and now the positive.
Yes.
What's been the greatest joy?
Well, you know, every night Rick and I would go to bed extremely exhausted, but we would say to each other, we're doing the right thing. And when we've discussed it many times, and we really think joy is the best way to describe the situation.
Mm-hmm. And Alina, what's been the biggest happiness for you?
When I have my guest, and when we have our own house.
Mm-hmm. So you live in your own house now. Good. And you have friends too already, right? Yes. Okay, so the family has already put down roots in the community, Vijay. Talk about, how they have established roots already in so short a time.
Oh my gosh. St. Mary's just an amazing community, and we got the kids in school right away, and then Ruslan got a job right away, but he was looking for something more stable. Cascades came forward, and they have set up a whole program for Ukrainians coming into our area. So it's amazing. And Natasha just took her resume down to the Sunset Diner. They hired her on the spot.
Yeah. Natasha, are they going to have a Ukrainian night at the Sunset one day? Ukrainian food?
We hope so.
We hope so. I'll be first in line. Pierogies. Okay, so how many other families are welcoming Ukrainians in St. Mary's? Even through other organizations?
Right. I think right at the moment we have 10 in the area, and there are more coming.
And so if people want to get involved in hosting a family, tell us what to do.
You can reach out to me. You can reach out on the Huron-Perth County Helps Ukraine site, Facebook site, or through the independent newspaper.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Alina, do you think you can get the Ukrainian president, I got to say it, Volodymyr Zelensky, to come on the Front Porch Show?
I think no, because he's
What?
very busy.
He's a bit busy right now. Okay, well, when things get less busy, can you tell him to come in here? Okay, well, Alina, you're going to take off and go on the stage right now, but we'll talk a bit more, BJ, so you can go over there.
She's going to leave me her shoes.
Okay, so you've done a great thing, and no regrets, right?
No regrets at all. I said, when we first decided to do this, I said the least that will happen is our life will be expanded, and it's been expanded in so many incredible ways I can't even begin to tell you.
So you would recommend to anybody that this is a great thing. Oh, we got a sneaky guy here.
Oh.
He wants to be on camera.
Our new grandson, yeah.
Yes. And the family has really adopted you as parents, pretty much.
They have, yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah, because I've heard you call you not grandma, mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go now and do the, Alina's got a dream, and dream, we'll talk about it a bit later, Alina, but she dreams of being part of Cirque du Soleil, and she's going to demonstrate some of the things she can do already. So let's have a go of it. Okay, Joseph, music please.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, I say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, I say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Slow down, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen.
Okay, I'd like to invite the whole family down here. Come on down here, family. Let's go. So you want to be part of Cirque du Soleil?
Yes, I want performance in Cirque du Soleil.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I think she's well on their way. And I think maybe you should open up a dance studio in town to get other people to learn how to dance just like you.
Yes.
John will be your first student.
Okay. Anyways, we've got some of their friends are watching way off and relatives way off in the Ukraine right now. So I want you to just say hello to all your friends in Ukraine.
Добрий день.
Доброго дня.
Hello.
Hello.
Передаю привіт всім своїм тренерам, бабусі, дідусю, всім своїм родичам і моїй собаці.
Я також хочу передати всім привітання в Україні, щоб вони трималися своїм рідним і близьким людям. Ми їх любимо і дякуємо вам всім, що ви нас дуже гарно прийняли в Канаді.
He was saying, my translation, that it's such an honor of being on the Front Porch Show, and that he's going to ask the president of Ukraine to actually see if he can be a bit less busy. I think, how many people would think that it's a good idea to make the president of Ukraine less busy? So we want the president to be less busy so he can come. The first thing he does is come to the Front Porch Show, right? Da? Da! Okay, thank you very much. Okay, what's up next here? Okay, Frank. Frank, where are you? It's over to you. Hold it. Frankie baby's coming over here.
Hold it. Canadians, welcome to
Hey,
Canada.
you need the microphone.
Welcome to Canada. Now watch me. Okay, no problem. Hey.
Call an ambulance.
Take him at feet. No, you take him at feet. The other foot, the other one. Welcome to Canada. Oh, you want to do that too? Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Nice hand for these beautiful people from beautiful Ukraine. And have a great stay here in Canada. Okay, here you go. Okay. John. Beautiful. Magnifico. How do you say thank you in Ukraine? Дякую. How about a nice hand for these beautiful people from the Ukraine? Thank you so much. Okay, see you after. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we come to a part of the show where I'm going to introduce the next guest star. And when I use the word star, I mean it. This lady has performed apparently, well, not apparently, she performed at Carnegie Hall and a lot of great places around the world. She's got a wonderful voice. Now, we only kind of rehearsed over the phone this tune, but she's going to do a beautiful song from George Gershwin. Her and her lovely family moved into St. Mary's 2 years ago. So let's welcome them here now the pandemic hopefully is over. A nice hand for this beautiful lady. Now her name, of course, is Kate Promain. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Frank.
Come on over. Frank.
Okay, so Kate Promain will sing this beautiful song from George Gershwin, and I have the honor to back her up. Okay, let's try this. All right, let me try to find a key here.
Easy.
Well, you know, we've had a lot of guest singers on this show, but boy, what a welcome addition to the Front Porch Show today. Well, we're blessed by this beautiful, beautiful voice of this lovely young lady. Now, can I ask you how you sort of got your start as an opera singer, and how did you get to Carnegie Hall?
Okay, well, it all started in my home at about 4 years old when my mother said, "Your voice is too loud." And so I love to sing. I kept singing, and it just seems to be the right trajectory. With a loud voice, I can project, you know.
You certainly can. Now, just one last little question. Now, do you guys want to hear another song here or what? You know, this is right off the cuff. This is from the seat of our pants. But now, what can people expect from Kate Pro Maine in the future? Do you have anything planned for performances or anything, Kate?
Well, yes, with this whole lockdown, I've had lots of time to think and lots of time to get creative. So I'd like to, at some point, put on an opera cabaret in town, and I'm hoping that I can get some town support for that. So I've been speaking with some musician friends, and please look for that in the coming future.
All right, we'll look forward to it. Now let's do another song. You had an encore here. Now I don't know. We haven't rehearsed much. Is there something that comes to mind that maybe I can back you up on?
How about Bésame Mucho?
Bésame mucho, bésame mucho. We want her to sing, Frank.
I'm just more okay. Let me try a key here for it.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, is that one there?
That sounds good. I think we can do that. Bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. St. Germain.
And the lovely Frank St. Germain. Isn't that beautiful? There is so many talented people in this town. It's unreal. So make sure you stay tuned to the Front Porch Show. Again, John's going to get on here in a second. This is our first little gig in 2.5 years. So it's going to get bigger and better as the episodes go on. Isn't that right, Johnny baby?
Yes. We seem to find people out of the in the woodwork and to say, isn't it exceptional? This town is not like any other town I've ever lived in. I've been all over the world in places, and St. Mary's, there's something unique about this place. Not just the people, the kindness of all the people here, but also all of the talent. I don't know many places that have a talent like we just heard. Let's hear it again for Kate.
Yes, Kate Romaine.
I'm making Fern back up here. Hi, Fern. How you doing? I'd like anybody that has anything to do with the homecoming to come out here with me. Quickly, run down. Anything to do with the homecoming. Come on. Organizers. Come on, organizers. Anybody that did anything, come on down here. Come on, run. Run.
One of them. That's it. John, you're dying.
Okay, here they come. Look at this. Let's hear a bit of applause for these people. Notice my shirt. I changed my shirt. I should have done it on camera, maybe. I don't think so. Okay, here they come. Okay, we have a few people. Well, here they come. They're still coming down. Come on down. I can say. Oh, we got to get close now, folks. Get nice and close. Close. The short ones up front. Come on in here. Come in here. The short ones up front. Okay, we got to get nice and close here, and I'll stand in front. There we go. Okay, we have a special presentation to make here, and I'm going to pass it over to Rob Edney.
All right, thank you very much. A couple of years ago in town, the council and Mayor Al, he's there, we developed a program, a Strong as Stone program, to recognize people who are really going the extra mile and trying to help everyone out, make sure that everyone was taken care of. And through this time, some things were going on like normal, or at least as close to normal as possible. And there are groups out there. We're recognizing individuals at Town Council. So the Front Porch Show thought, and this comes from our set designer, Percy, who's back there. Percy, thank you very much. And from John, who kind of meted this idea out. And we have decided, since we had that mystery penguin thing this winter, and it seems to be carrying on through the summer, that we would award the Golden Penguin Award to groups in town who have gone above and beyond to make this town both strong as stone and the town worth living in. So I would like to thank this amazing group for the most incredible weekend we've seen here in, I'll say, at least 10 years, maybe 12 years. Wayne, I'm going to hand this to you to accept for the entire group.
Thank you. Maybe you could get around and down, just like you do with the Stanley Cup. Come on, down on the ground.
Sorry, let's do
The knees won't work. Okay, well, we've got a special thing. But first, before the show, we're coming to the end of the show. A few people I got to give thank yous to. One is Delmar Foods. Let's hear it for the ice cream. And it's Shaw's Ice Cream, in case you want to know. Ideal Supply supplied the chair. And, of course, Town of St. Mary's. You ask for something, you get it. It's that simple. Well, no, it doesn't happen all the time, Mel, but most of the time. And, of course, Inuak for helping with the show, too. So, we're going to wind her down. Frankie, over to you.
Well, thank you very much. It's been quite an experience this afternoon. And we haven't done this song for a while. So if you know the song, it's called Home St. Mary's. St. Mary's Home to Me. And we're going to do this song because it's become kind of a song that basically a lot of people know and a lot of people like. And I want to send this out too to some people watching us here live from Sweden. Okay, it's my friend Henrik, his wife Linda are watching right now, and of course their beautiful daughters Moa and Eleanor. Okay, so all of us from the Front Porch Show from Canada, say hello to Sweden, everybody. Hi, Sweden. We got Ukraine, we got Sweden. I'll tell you, I was born in Ontario, place to stand, a place to grow. Pickle Lake to Point Pelee. No place a beat. Then my hometown they call Stone Town, prettiest town for miles around. Little false life, people share smiles, treat you like family. Here we go.
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
Can't count the times I've been amazed. I've been blessed, how God is great, how I was led to this special place. It's quite a mystery, where anyone can be a friend and find mysteries they never end. Through it all flows the mighty Thames. What a sight to see. Come on.
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
Oh,
oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
One more.
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
Oh,
oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
now I've left behind me many miles on old highways, on dusted trails. When times got rough, when all else failed, I knew where I should be. Back in my hometown, they call it Stone Town, prettiest town for miles around. Little falls laugh, people share smiles, as strong as stone can be. You guys ready? Go!
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
Louder, go!
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
It's my home.
St. Mary's, home to me.
Clap along.
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's,
Go everyone.
St. Mary's, home to me.
Here we go.
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
It's my home.
St. Mary's, home to me.
One more time.
Oh, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's, home to me.
It's my home. St. Mary's home to me. My home. St. Mary's home. God bless you all. Thank you. From the gang at the Front Porch Show, we'll see you next week. St. Mary's home to me.
7 p.m.
The Front Porch Show. Live on Canada Day weekend homecoming. Thank you for joining us.